Hey, this is Pastor Frank with a follow-up to last Sunday's sermon as we continued our series in Shipwreck. And last Sunday we talked about the importance of officers on the decks of our ships of faith. If our faith in Jesus is like a ship, we want to avoid shipwreck with regards to our faith. And how do we do that? And so during this series, we've talked about the importance of compasses, the importance of preparing for storms, the importance of sailing with other people. And last Sunday was the importance of having spiritual leaders in our lives to shepherd or watch over us, which Jesus is the one that came up with the idea of shepherds. Peter in John chapter 21, Peter, do you love me? Then shepherd my sheep, feed my flock, tend my lambs. Timothy and Paul speaking to Timothy as a spiritual leader. Brother, you stay in there, Timothy. Stay at that church of Ephesus. Stand your ground. Fight the good fight of faith. And appoint leaders in the church. There's something important about having somebody that's watching over us as a shepherd, as a pastor, as a teacher. It says in Hebrews that we are guardians of souls, and that's just a heavy thing. Jesus says, hey, leaders are supposed to be there to equip the saints for service. They're there to provide the unity of the church, and that's an important thing. There's a unity in God's people, and leaders are there to preserve that. We're here to equip people to be serving Christ, to be maturing. We're here to protect the church from bad teaching, to protect truth of who Christ is. And I got to tell you, as a leader, there's a lot of things that when you read about what Jesus asks and requires of us and how we have to give an account before him one day, it's a very humble thing, very scary thing, and a very special thing. It's an honorable thing. Just encourage you this week to think about the people in your past. Who are some of your favorite people that God put in your life as a spiritual leader that really God used to mature you and take you to different levels of understanding and maturity in Christ? A time of reflection, of looking back, and a time of present. Who are the people now in your life that God has placed in your life as spiritual leaders and teachers and pastors? And spend some time praying for them this week. God, pray that you would protect them, watch over them, and thank God for them. And as we look toward the future, it's so important to always remember that we need people in our lives. I have a pastor that's watching over me and pouring into my life. And I've been following Jesus for 30 years. If I need this, don't we all? Jesus is so wise. Hey, next Sunday we're going to be continuing our series. We're going to talk about things to watch out for as we get too close to the shallows of faith. And watch, Jesus says this in his sermon of the soils. These are things to watch out for, that if you don't be careful, that the word of God will fall, and there's certain things in life that can pop holes in your ship and cause you to not sail as well as you'd like to, and so forth. So that's our sermon for next week. God bless you guys. Have a great time this week. I hope and pray that you're connecting with God and that your faith is sailing strong and true. Look forward to seeing you next Sunday, and the Lord bless you guys. Thank you for your prayers for us leaders. Thank you for your prayers for the growth group leaders, all the leaders in the children's and the youth and the adult ministries, our Sunday school teachers. Thank you for your prayers for us, because you know what? We need them. We totally need them. God bless you, Woodbridge. We'll see you next Sunday. Take care.